Welcome to the Mind Spark, bringing you the latest news from around the world, China's overture to Taiwan, and its global ripple effects. The world awoke on June 2, 2025, to truly astonishing news. China has reportedly accepted Taiwan's recent comprehensive proposal for dialogue. This development marks a seismic shift in a decades-long standoff. It could fundamentally reshape the geopolitical landscape of East Asia. For years, this region has been a tinderbox. Now, a flicker of hope for peaceful engagement has appeared. The international community is watching with rapt attention. Leaders and analysts everywhere are scrambling to understand the implications. What does this unexpected turn mean for China, for Taiwan, and for the world at large? The questions are many, and the answers are complex. The significance of this moment cannot be overstated. The relationship between Beijing and Taipei has been defined by mistrust and tension. To grasp the gravity of today's news, we must first look to the past. The story of China and Taiwan is a long and deeply convoluted one. Its modern chapter began with the end of the Chinese Civil War. In 1949, Mao Zedong's communist forces triumphed on the mainland. They established the People's Republic of China. Chiang Kai-shek's defeated nationalist government, the Republic of China, retreated to Taiwan. This historical schism laid the foundation for decades of animosity and division. It created two rival claimants to the mantle of China. Both Beijing and Taipei initially claimed to be the sole legitimate government of all China. This fundamental disagreement created an enduring political chasm. The One China principle, insisted upon by Beijing, became a central point of contention. According to this principle, Taiwan is an inseparable part of China. Beijing views Taiwan as a renegade province that must eventually be reunified, even by force if necessary. Meanwhile, Taiwan, officially still the Republic of China, embarked on a different path. It evolved from an authoritarian regime into a vibrant, multi-party democracy. Taiwan became a leading producer of essential semiconductors. This economic success and democratic development further complicated its relationship with authoritarian mainland China. Over the decades, tensions across the Taiwan Strait have ebbed and flowed. This complex historical backdrop is essential to understanding the cautious optimism and skepticism surrounding the current developments. Taiwan's proposal to China was not a simple, vague gesture of goodwill. It was a meticulously crafted and comprehensive plan. The proposal was structured around three key pillars. The first pillar focused on enhanced economic cooperation. This aimed to build upon the already substantial trade and investment links. Taiwan suggested new frameworks for bilateral investment. It also proposed joint ventures in emerging industries. The goal was to create greater economic interdependence and shared prosperity, benefiting people on both sides. The second pillar of Taiwan's offer addressed military communication and risk reduction. Taiwan proposed the establishment of direct and reliable lines of communication between military commands. The primary objective was to reduce the risk of misunderstandings. It aimed to prevent accidental military conflict in the highly militarized Taiwan Strait. Any mechanism to de-escalate potential crises would be a major step forward for regional security. The third and arguably most sensitive pillar was the call for political dialogue. Taiwan suggested initiating talks on a new political framework for cross-strait relations. Crucially, this proposal emphasized mutual respect for existing realities. It did not demand that Beijing immediately renounce its sovereignty claims over Taiwan. Instead, it sought a pragmatic path towards peaceful coexistence. This carefully constructed three-pronged approach was highly strategic. It was an offer designed to be constructive and perhaps difficult for Beijing to dismiss outright. China's decision to accept Taiwan's offer has taken many international observers by surprise. Beijing has historically maintained a very firm, often uncompromising stance on Taiwan. So, what could be the underlying reasons for this apparent shift in approach? Several complex factors are likely influencing Beijing's calculus. Geopolitical pressures in a rapidly changing global landscape may be playing a significant role. China faces a more challenging international environment. This includes heightened competition with the United States and closer coordination among U.S. allies in Asia. A diplomatic opening with Taiwan could alter these dynamics. Economic considerations are almost certainly a major factor. The Chinese economy, while still vast, is encountering notable headwinds. These include demographic challenges, property sector issues, and trade tensions. A stable and predictable relationship with Taiwan could boost investor confidence. It could also ensure the continued smooth functioning of critical supply chains. Taiwan is a powerhouse in semiconductor manufacturing. Any disruption in the Taiwan Strait would have severe repercussions for China's own technology sector and overall economic stability. Domestic political factors within China could also be influential in this decision. President Xi Jinping has consolidated significant power. He may view this as an opportune moment to pursue a legacy-defining achievement. Only time will fully reveal the depth and sincerity of Beijing's motivations. The American angle, how Washington views a potential cross-strait thaw. The United States occupies a unique and pivotal position in the complex China-Taiwan equation. Washington navigates this sensitive issue through strategic ambiguity. The U.S. acknowledges Beijing's One China principle but maintains unofficial relations with Taiwan. Under the Taiwan Relations Act, the U.S. provides Taiwan with military equipment and training. News of China accepting Taiwan's offer for dialogue is of immense interest to American policymakers. Washington's initial reaction will likely be one of cautious optimism. A reduction in cross-strait tensions aligns with U.S. foreign policy objectives. Direct talks could significantly lower the risk of military conflict. This would be welcomed by those prioritizing stability in the Indo-Pacific region. However, this optimism will be tempered with skepticism. Some may view China's acceptance as a sophisticated tactic. The U.S. will be vigilant for any signs of bad faith in negotiations. Close consultations with Taipei will be paramount. This is a delicate diplomatic balancing act for the United States. A world watching reactions from key global players to the shifting dynamics. The news of China accepting Taiwan's proposal for talks extends its ripples far beyond the immediate stakeholders. Japan, with profound security interests, will monitor the developments closely. While welcoming reduced tensions, Japan will be wary of any shift in regional power. South Korea, another key U.S. ally, prefers stability and predictability. South Korea will assess how these dynamics affect its strategic position. The EU supports a peaceful resolution respecting international law and self-determination. European nations are concerned about any instability disrupting global trade. Decoding the Dragon, a deeper look into China's acceptance. China's decision to formally accept Taiwan's comprehensive offer for dialogue is a multifaceted act. It is almost certainly not a sudden, impulsive reversal of its long-held policies. Instead, it is likely a carefully considered strategic move by the leadership in Beijing. Chinese policymakers may believe that the current global and regional environment presents a unique window of opportunity. Engaging in dialogue could be a way for China to reshape its international image. It might seek to portray itself as a responsible major power committed to peaceful development, countering narratives of a China threat. The leadership in Beijing, particularly President Xi Jinping, might also see this as a significant chance to demonstrate proactive statesmanship on a critical issue. President Xi has consolidated considerable authority within the Chinese political system. He may feel secure enough domestically to explore new, less confrontational approaches to the Taiwan question. A successful dialogue process, even if it only leads to modest initial outcomes, could enhance his prestige. Economic pragmatism undoubtedly plays a crucial role in Beijing's calculations. China's foremost priority remains maintaining its economic growth and social stability. A military conflict over Taiwan would be economically devastating for China, for Taiwan, and for the global economy. This economic logic is compelling, navigating the unknown, future scenarios, opportunities, and perils. The path forward in the wake of China's acceptance of Taiwan's offer is uncertain. It is laden with both significant opportunities and considerable perils. One possible scenario, the most optimistic one, is that of genuine and sustained progress. Talks could lead to the establishment of robust confidence-building measures. Economic and cultural ties could deepen further, fostering greater mutual understanding. Military tensions in the Taiwan Strait could demonstrably ease. This would be a landmark achievement, heralding a new era of stability in East Asia. Another plausible scenario is that the dialogue process begins but eventually stalls. The talks might make initial headway on less contentious issues. However, they could quickly hit insurmountable roadblocks when addressing core political and sovereignty questions. Deep-seated historical mistrust and fundamentally divergent political systems could prove too difficult to overcome. This could lead to renewed frustration and disappointment on both sides. In such a case, the underlying tensions might persist, even if the immediate risk of conflict is temporarily reduced. There are also significant risks inherent in this new engagement. Misinterpretations of intentions or statements could easily derail the fragile process. Hardline factions on either side who may oppose dialogue could actively seek to sabotage the talks. Beyond the horizon, implications for cross-strait peace and a new global order. This development in China-Taiwan relations carries profound implications. It opens a new, uncertain chapter, offering a pathway away from imminent conflict, a chance to build a stable future. This will be a long journey, requiring immense political will and diplomatic skill. The first step of agreeing to talk has been taken. The economic implications of a unified China-Taiwan. One of the most significant aspects of a potential unification is the economic impact it would have on both regions and the world. The integration of Taiwan's advanced technology sector with China's vast manufacturing capabilities could create an economic powerhouse, reshaping global trade dynamics. Pause 2S. Imagine the possibilities. Taiwan's semiconductor giants collaborating seamlessly with China's industrial behemoths. This could accelerate innovation, leading to breakthroughs in technology and manufacturing efficiency. Increased trade and investment between the two regions could also boost GDP growth, creating new opportunities for businesses and workers alike. Pause 2S. However, it's not without challenges. The economic policies and regulatory frameworks of both regions would need to be harmonized, which could be a complex and lengthy process. The impact on global markets would be significant, with shifts in supply chains and trade relationships. Pause 2S. Furthermore, the geopolitical implications cannot be ignored. A unified China-Taiwan could alter the balance of economic power in Asia and beyond, influencing international relations and economic strategies of other nations. Pause 2S. As we look to the future, the potential economic benefits of unification are vast, but so are the challenges. The journey towards economic integration would require careful planning, cooperation, and a shared vision for a prosperous future. Pause 3S. Only time will tell if this vision becomes a reality, but the economic implications of a unified China-Taiwan are certainly worth considering as we move forward into this new era. Pause 3S. The role of technology in bridging the divide. As we transition from the economic implications, technology stands at the forefront of bridging the divide between China and Taiwan. Pause 2S. In an era where digital innovation drives progress, technology could serve as the linchpin in fostering better relations and collaboration. Pause 2S. Imagine a world where cross-strait tech companies unite to create groundbreaking advancements in artificial intelligence, 5G networks, and renewable energy solutions. Pause 2S. These collaborations could not only enhance domestic capabilities but also set global standards for technological progress. Pause 2S. The potential for joint research and development initiatives opens up pathways for shared knowledge, resources, and expertise, creating a synergy that transcends political boundaries. Pause 2S. However, the integration of technology sectors faces hurdles such as intellectual property concerns, cybersecurity threats, and differing regulatory standards. Pause 2S. Overcoming these challenges will require trust, transparency, and a commitment to building a cooperative technological ecosystem. Pause 2S. As digital landscapes continue to evolve, technology holds the promise of uniting disparate regions, fostering innovation, and ultimately paving the way for a more interconnected future. Pause 3S. In this digital age, technology is not just a tool for progress, it is a bridge towards understanding, collaboration, and unity. Pause 3S. Cultural exchange and mutual understanding. As we shift our focus from technology, we explore the profound impact of cultural exchange in bridging the China-Taiwan divide. Pause 2S. Culture is the soul of a nation, and when shared, it has the power to dissolve barriers and foster mutual respect. Pause 2S. Imagine a world where artists, musicians, and scholars from both sides engage in collaborative projects, creating masterpieces that blend the rich heritage of both regions. Pause 2S. Such exchanges can serve as a medium for expressing shared values, aspirations, and dreams, nurturing a sense of collective identity. Pause 2S. Festivals, academic conferences, and cultural exhibitions could become platforms for dialogue, understanding, and appreciation of each other's traditions and innovations. Pause 2S. However, cultural exchange is not without its challenges. Pause 2S. Historical grievances, political sensitivities, and differing social norms require careful navigation. Pause 2S. Overcoming these obstacles demands a willingness to listen, learn, and adapt, fostering an environment of respect and openness. Pause. 2. S. As we witness the power of cultural exchange, it becomes evident that culture is not just a reflection of our past, but a bridge to our future. Pause. 3. S. In this journey towards unity, cultural exchange stands as a testament to the enduring human spirit, capable of transcending divisions and nurturing a harmonious coexistence. Pause. 3. S.